Views expressed in the videos are my observation, analysis of events, persons based on principles of astrology. It's not my intent to predict, forecast absolute outcomes, only suggest how they may unfold. Nothing is set in stone. I could be wrong, but often I'm right. My desire is not to promote fear, only inform about what we see unfolding. It is our wish to prepare our subscribers for events that could affect them, their family, their goals, and their future, to help to prepare for what you may already suspect is happening, and to send a warning shot across the bow and raise a flag of concern. Our goal is to help, not hinder, in these perilous times, to inspire and offer possible direction, and to reveal that a greater plan and purpose are behind all that is happening. Eventually, we will see a brighter day. If you would like to show your appreciation for our work on these videos or this channel, and also the Knowing Whispers channel, you can always click on the word thanks at the bottom of all the videos. Hello everybody, it's Robert Cosmar of the Astrology of Life YouTube channel, the 3 Substack newsletters, Knowing Whispers, Messages from the Universe, Trump and America, and Ask the Astrologer. Today, my video is a more in-depth look with the title, Biden Drops Out. But before I get into the actual chart here, I want to say something to those of you that are my viewers, subscribers, and members. I want to apologize. And what I am wanting to apologize about is sloppy work. Because of the circumstances that are going on now, politically and in the world, there's a lot of urgency for me to put videos out. And in this particular situation with both Biden and Kamala Harris, quite honestly, I only looked at the surface of things that were going on, and I didn't look deep enough and close enough. I take very seriously the work that I do. I try to convey astrologically to you the significance and importance of astrology. I try to project the fact that astrology is a very serious tool and that it is not for entertainment. Sometimes when I look at astrology as a whole and I see what's being done with it, the thing that saddens me is that I realize that a lot of the large body of what is seen on the internet about astrology is more oriented towards entertainment than it is actually dealing with the deeper issues which the astrology is indicating and trying to convey to us. So if you felt let down, if you felt like I stepped on a banana peel and fell down, well, I did. And I'm going to own up to it. All right, own up to the fact that, so many times I try to say that I don't make predictions. I make analysis of what I see from what I know, okay, and things of that nature. And I try to put that all together in a speculation as to what could occur. Because I don't believe that anyone should try to come across that they know what the truth and the answers are for your life. And my experiences throughout my life with higher guidance, it has been my experience that they do not tell you what to do and what's going to happen. I'm talking about high guidance. All right, and there can be guidance anywhere in between. But if you are looking for me or anyone to give you the answers to your life through the astrology, you're making a big mistake. Okay, and that doesn't mean that I don't want you to respect what I'm doing. I want you to understand the limitations of what I do. And this would be true of all astrologers, all psychics, all tarot readers, no matter what they put out in promotion or in marketing, okay, to try to draw clients in. The fact of the matter is, this is a very serious work that we do and that we can offer to clients so that they have a understanding of where they are and where they need to go, where they need to be within themselves. Okay, enough said on that. I feel better now that I got that off my chest. I want to go into the chart of Joe Biden here with the transits that occurred on the 21st at 1:45 p.m. Precisely around that time is when he turned over the keys, so to speak, to the Cadillac to Kamala Harris. And on the surface, when you take a look at the transits, I was looking originally at the transits to the ruler of the midheaven and the midheaven. And I didn't see anything per se that would indicate a large change, a Plutonian type of event, which it was. Okay. And I'd forgotten a basic principle of astrology too that I'll talk about here in a minute. Okay. The main thing I want to draw your attention to here, showing you that astrology does work again and again and again, has to do with these two particular points. I'll start with the lesser one first, and then I'll go to the next one. You probably are aware that Saturn was conjuncting his nadir. Okay. What happened with me was that I was thinking about the fourth house. Saturn's going into the fourth house. But what I forgot to really talk about is the fact that, like planets that are on the descendant, they affect the ascendant. Planets that hit the nadir affect the midheaven. Okay? And this is a pretty serious type of connection here. You know, with Saturn being on the point of the nadir, it certainly would have had some impact on the midheaven. And as we know that it did. All right? Now, as to the other faux pas that I didn't see, it has to do with the transiting midheaven here. Okay? If you really want to understand what was going on at that particular time, you have to take a look here at that particular time of 1:45 p.m. and see where the transiting midheaven is. It's exactly conjunct Joe Biden's Pluto in his ninth house. Okay, the house of politics, the house of law, things of that nature. So astrology at that time was saying what could happen, and as we know, it did happen. All right. Mars down here was getting very close to Joe Biden's Uranus. Okay. And of course, when you're talking about Uranus and Mars, you're talking about unexpected activity in the area of communications. And nobody really knew. They suspected up to that point that maybe he was getting ready to turn over the keys. But now we know. Okay. And it wasn't an easy decision, because when you take a look over here at the aspectarian, you see that Eris, the planet that represents strife and discord, was squaring his Jupiter and semi-squaring his Saturn. Okay? So there probably was a lot of emotion going on in that period of time prior to him actually making this decision. And I have to say, surprisingly, it's not only been a refreshing decision, but I think also it's going to turn Kamala Harris free. It's going to give her the ability to do what she feels she needs to do to combat what has happened, okay, to our country and what is happening right now. All right. When you take a look at Joe Biden's circumstances, he had Pluto squaring his moon going on at that time. So again, a lot of emotion. It was not an easy decision for him. Okay, Mercury was squaring the sun, squaring natal Mercury, squaring Venus. Okay, it wasn't a pleasant time to be making this particular decision. Okay, Mars was opposing the sun. Mars was opposing Venus. Again, passion. All right, so even though on the outside it may seem like that Joe Biden just kind of made a decision that was, a walk in the woods, so to speak, there was some personal conflict going on inside of him. But it appears that wisely he understood. Okay, he understood, he investigated, maybe he looked at his pride. and he said, I've beaten this sucker before and I'm going to do it again. But maybe he looked at the whole situation and he saw all the voices that were talking and it was building. And he realized that I need to do something, again, selfless. I need to be selfless and do what's right. Okay. And as I said earlier here, I feel like that he did make the right decision. And that doesn't mean that he couldn't have won. Okay. But the reality of it is it would have been a much harder battle going into the election if he had not stepped out. Because Kamala Harris being in this situation has given us a breath of fresh air. Okay. And we'll see who she selects for her vice president. It's going to be interesting. I kind of have a liking to the Pete Buttigieg as a possibility, although he has just only been suggested offhand. But wouldn't that be an interesting ticket to see those two go up against Trump? Pete Buttigieg being a gay man, having been a military officer, a past mayor of South Bend, Indiana, where Notre Dame is. They'd be very young, a very vibrant, very intelligent ticket. And I am working on a reworking of Kamala Harris's chart. Again, I looked at things on the surface. I was in a hurry. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I should have been able to see that type of thing, but it happens to astrologers all the time. It's why we generally don't like to, quote, go into the realm of being predicting, because of the fact it's so easy to mess up. All right. So this is the situation as of 1:45 p.m. July the 21st, 2024, when Joe Biden announced that he was handing over the keys to Kamala Harris. And I can say this a little bit right now, that the things that I uncovered from a closer look at Kamala Harris's chart give me greater confidence that she is up to the task that she has been put into. All right. So much of her has been hidden, or she has chosen not to outshine Joe Biden throughout the entire period of his presidency. Maybe that's it. But now it gives her a chance to truly show who she is, and that she's made of pretty strong metal. All right. And I'm hoping that she will be able to debate Donald Trump in September. I would like to see that. It will probably be one of the greatest debates ever watched on network TV for all kinds of reasons. I will, however, want to caution, okay, those of you that are my viewers, there are some difficult aspects in Kamala Harris's chart, all right, that are coming between now and that election, all right? And she may be influenced by one of those. It's difficult to tell exactly what it is, but it's there, all right? Possibly it could be the fact that Pluto is squaring Mercury, although I think that the last passage of it happened. We'll just have to wait and see. So on pins and needles, you'll have to wait until I get the other video out. I don't know when at this point I'll put it out. I still owe you one for Elon Musk, try to describe their relationship. But Kamala Harris now is front and center. The universe has put her out there. And I want to talk about her. I also want to do another video on Donald Trump, as I mentioned, I think, in another video, because he does have some serious consequences that are coming in August. Okay. And they may derail quite a bit of steam beyond what is being deflated right now. Okay. All right. I think for this part, I am finished. For those of you that are subscribers, for those of you that are members of the channel, thank you so much for your support. Those of you that make donations, either monthly or on a as-is basis, it is deeply appreciated. Okay. And from the love of my life, CJ, my spiritual partner, my best friend, my mirror, my reflector, she lets me know where I am in my growth. We thank you, and we trust that you will visit us over on Substack. We are being given very profound insights into the nature of awakening and awareness, both CJ and I, over on Substack. Her Substack newsletters are called CJ's World and CJ's Whispers of Awareness or Awakening. And I mentioned mine at the beginning of this particular video. You will not be disappointed if you come over, okay, at the writing that we are being given to share with you. And this is exactly what's happening, is that we're being given the writing to share with you, to encourage you and to help you through these very difficult times that we are going through. All right. Thank you much, and I hope you enjoy the video and that you'll share it.